All right, everybody. Stinky MD here. Bit of a different video, or not different video even. I just want to show off this team that I put together. It's another contrary team. It's another version of that. But I kind of took it to, I don't want to call it its logical extreme to say that this is the best, but I'm probably using the best contrary Pokemon, despite the fact that the moves it has access to don't lend itself to being, very good for contrary. I'm talking about Enamorus. And so this may or may not be, correct. Enamorus may or may not be the best contrary user. I have to think about it a little more because Malamar is quite good. It's just I got sick of using Trick Room all the time. And so now I'm thinking about ways to get around Trick Room. So one of the things I want to do here and why I'm doing this part of the video is because, one, I'm very excited about this team. And I want to do a team preview for teams I'm excited about to get feedback and also just show a bit more of what I was thinking. This is going to be showing team previews and then showing recordings of matches instead of playing live. I may play live at some point with this. And when I say play live, I'm not talking about like going live like as a YouTube channel. Yeah, I don't know if that's something I have the even like literal internet bandwidth to do, but I mean like clicking play and then going through my gameplay and mindset like that. But look, I'll take you through my mindset here with as far as setting up this team. Again, open any thoughts and feedback. So you have the Enamorus here. I have choice specs just because I needed to hit as hard as possible. The real hero of this set is Springtide Storm. Base 100 move, accuracy 80, and it hits both foes. Does 30% chance to lower the attack. Don't really care about that. I just want to hit as hard as possible. There's so many threats in here that lose to fairy typing, or at least take it neutral. I'm looking at Miraidon. I'm looking at the Koraidon thing. There's Tinglu and Chi Wen. Am I making a Pokemon? The Ice Dark Panther thing, the Fire Dark Fish thing.
Who's that Pokemon?
Chien Pao and Chiyu.
If I can be serious for a minute, without being interrupted.
So a lot of different Pokemon that lose to fairy typing. If I'm able to hit like a truck in this way, I think that it puts me in a pretty good position to win. Extra sensory, mystical fire, draining kit, just different moves to be able to hit. And stay wary of wide guard. I'd have to switch out in order to avoid wide guard because I'd get locked into something. But again, like I showed last time or the time before, people don't want to just click wide guard over and over again. So I'm okay with bashing my head into, clicking the Springtide Storm button and getting blocked 3 times in a row. If the 4th time I'm able to break through and get the double KO. So that's Enamorus. We have Enamorus. Terra type Ghost. This is just because I really don't want to get faked out on Enamorus. I don't have Armor Tail anywhere on the team or Queen Majesty. So I don't know if Queen Majesty does that. I think Queen Majesty blocks priority, but yeah, I don't want this to get faked out. So this is one of the ways to get around that. So now over to Enamorus' partner in crime. We have Thundurus. I put the magnet on it. I mean, this move can be anything else, but it's really the idea of Prankster, right? So Enamorus didn't really have any moves on it that reduced its, stats to raise them up again. This is a Specs Mon, but with Thundurus, I'm able to Pranksters. I'm able to, get priority Eerie Impulse, which will boost Enamorus' attack to about 516 in, VGC level 50, everything laid out, or boost its speed. And so clicking either of these on Enamorus will probably make it the fastest Pokemon in the game, or make it be, hit like a truck. Spring-type Storm will pick up 2 KOs. It depends on what I'm up against. If I'm up against something, obviously, that's faster, I may Scary Face. If it's up against things that Enamorus naturally outspeeds, I may Eerie Impulse just to make sure I get the knockout. And then I have the Wild Bolt Storm. And the Grass Knot. I think the Grass Knot is really just for Groudons, which I haven't seen a lot in playing with this team, but it's there just in case. And then here's its stat spread really quickly. I'm just going to keep going. We have Zapdos, Galar. One of the things I really liked about a previous team of mine was Bisharp. I liked a lot of things about Bisharp, but one thing I liked in particular was that Bisharp was defiant. And being able to essentially just wall Incineroar from being able to do anything is the goal of Zapdos Galar. You see Incineroar enough that I feel like it's good to have something that's, specifically in place for that. But Zapdos Galar has a lot of value. Thunderous Kick being able to lower the target's defense means that Zapdos Galar is going to automatically hit harder. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's better Acid Spray because Acid Spray lowers by 2, but I would say it's like better Acid Spray because, Thunderous Kick, Zapdos Galar can already do, truckloads of damage. You got Drill, Peck, U-Turn, Detect, just to, have the range of different things here. The Covert Cloak is really so I can beat Incineroar on one go because I'm going to get faked out by it, and I'm going to turn around Thunderous Kick and take it out. Next, we have Golduck. I'm a little iffy on Golduck, but I did have a conversation about it the other day, so I have Golduck on my brain. And so what I wanted to do here is be able to block the weather, just because I do think weather is still so prevalent and so bothersome in this game, particularly when Kyogre is in the rain. It's just something that I just lose to. So being able to click Golduck there is pretty helpful. So Yawn, Icy Wind, Soak, Flip Turn. Soak is an interesting move. It's a move that I've been trying to incorporate, so this may be the beginning of something. That's typically how these things go, right? I put Malamar on a team where I'm featuring, what was it? Executor, right? And then it turns into a contrary team, and now from a contrary team, it turns into whatever this team is. And so Soak may turn into something. I've been thinking of different ways to include Soak, and then Flip Turns just to keep things going. Golduck is actually pretty surprising as far as how much it lives, and its speed stat is actually quite remarkable as well, going out to 150. Next, we have Amoonguss. I have no clue if I built this Amoonguss right, but I guess it's like what is right, depending on what you're trying to put together. So I have Dark type here, just so that I'm immune to the Prankster abilities, Taunt specifically, Pollen Puff, Rage Powder, Spore Protect. Really just, just that ancillary Pokemon that Amoonguss tends to be. Last thing I have, and it's the return of Gengar, which is interesting because I tried to play Mega Gengar a while ago on the channel, but then I learned that it was like uber banned. So Gengar always finds a way back onto my team somehow. We have Focus Sash, Curse Body, which is actually quite good in this format because when those Pokemon hit those, Glacial Lance or something like that, for example, Gengar will get knocked down 99%, and then I'll be able to Focus Sash. It may get Curse Body, blocked. This has also occurred with Pokemon who have Scarce and Specs and Bands, choice items obviously, and they get locked into the move and they're forced to switch. Shadow Ball, Sucker Punch, Imprison, Trick Room. I switch back and forth between Sucker Punch and Sludge Wave. That's also part of the reason why I have Detect on Zapdos Galar, so that I'm able to, maneuver like that. Okay, Imprison is the really important thing here. I just wanted to get that out of the way to block Trick Room, because Trick Room is something else I probably lose to if it gets set up on me, because I'm trying to outspeed with this team, and not in a traditional Tailwind kind of way, but just in a enamorous let's beat face kind of way. So that's the reason why this set is the way that it is, and it's kind of cool to, again, be able to incorporate so many different Pokemon, Golduck and Gengar, on this team. So that was long-winded, it feels like. I'm going to jump over to actual gameplay, and we can get to the good stuff.
I lied, as I have from the very beginning.